parents can do the best job. You can build up that confidence, which you should, create a wonderful environment, but we need to arm children with tools so they can do it when we are not around.
Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic episode of the Empowering Family Health. And today I have a very, very special guest, a very dear friend of mine, Elaine Sugar. And we're going to be getting into why I love this woman, what she's so passionate about, her vision, some events that she has coming up. So Elaine, I just want to say hello. You're very, very welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much. I am honored to be here.
Good, good. And before we get into all this, Elaine, I'm dying to dive into this because you're up to something really big at the moment. But before we dive in, I just want to read out a bio just to tell everybody a little bit about you. So Elaine Sugar is a children's book author and an award-winning children's program facilitator, as evidenced by the Philadelphia 76ers Hometown Hero Award and multiple Police Athletic League awards. Wow, that sounds big. Her passion is empowering children with self-esteem building tools. I just love that. Elaine teaches the value of positive thinking and speaking via affirmation education. Wow. This is a foundation for her company, Kids More Sugar. And sugar is not the sugar that we think it is in sweets. It actually is an acronym that stands for saying unforgettable good affirmations regularly. Wow, Elaine, that is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So Elaine, I know that you are very dedicated to helping children all over the world. It is a really big deal to you. It really matters to you. And really helping people to have a very positive mindset and living a healthy and happy life. And that's a vision we share the same vision. So that's what
Yes.
really drew me to you. Elaine, tell us where did this drive come from? Like, why are you so passionate? I mean, we all love children, but why are you particularly so passionate about helping children?
I think one of the things that really struck my heart um, when I was very young, I grew up in a wonderful home. My parents, fantastic. I wouldn't trade that experience of having them as my parents for $1 million. So I had this fantastic home foundation. And I remember this one time I went to an overnight girls camp, and me and maybe about 7 or 8 other girls were having a wonderful time. We were running around on the porch of this log cabin. And one of the adults came out on the porch and said, "You all need to stop running." She said, "I hope you all fall." And
Right.
then she said, "Except for you." And she pointed to this one little girl. And she said, "Except for you, because you are pretty." And so I remember kind of just looking around and trying to understand why this little girl was pretty and the rest of us were not. So what I observed when I looked around was this one little girl's skin was a lot lighter than the rest of ours, and her hair was a lot longer than the rest of ours. So I said, okay, so she's pretty and we're ugly. So I don't remember anything else about that camp, except when I left, I felt 100% confident that I understood that I was ugly and people who looked like me were ugly. I remember firmly believing that it was nothing I debated. I didn't go home and tell mommy that somebody hurt my feelings. It was just clear. I was like, oh, okay, that's how it is. And I think about, wow, it had that profound impact on me, something I struggled with for years. And I had that wonderful foundation from my parents, loving home.
Mhm.
And just that moment, it just landed on me. I accepted it as fact.
Yeah.
And so I think about, wow, parents can do the best job. You can build up their confidence, which you should, create a wonderful environment, but we need to arm children with tools so they can do it when we are not around. And so I am very passionate about programs, tools, resources that build children up. And early on in my career of children facilitating programs, I did not include affirmations, but after being introduced to Dr. Bruce Lipton
Yes.
and reading and studying, looking at his book, The Biology of Belief, just realizing what a powerful tool that is. So I think if you can teach children to use them, that's a tool they can always have, whether you're there or not.
Oh, Elaine, I just, you know what? I love that. And I can really hear, I can hear what you got from that as a child. And it's really important, this point that you're bringing up, Elaine, because children literally absorb and believe everything. They don't question it when they're a young age. They
Hmm.
literally believe. And this is why it can be so empowering, but also so disempowering too. The
That's right.
opposite is true. And you really got that. And you've embraced that and you've taken that on board. And thank God you had a wonderful family, a solid home as well that possibly allowed you to see that. And,
Hmm.
you know, you had a good foundation from that. So I can really hear and I can really see the importance of why this matters. And you want to create this awareness that parents have a very big responsibility. Now, we don't own our children, but
Hmm.
we are responsible for them, raising them up in the best environment, socially and physically. And that's really super important because that sets them out for life, really, isn't it?
Yes, it does. 100%.
Oh my God, this is so powerful, Elaine. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So Elaine, so children and you know what, like even now, you know, today in this mad, busy, chaotic world and with the pandemic going on and everything else, we're facing even more challenges. And there's a lot of stress and anxiety. And, you know, everybody has been affected, not just children, older people, professionals, parents, teenagers. Oh my God, everybody is being affected on some level, shape or form. And you really believe, Elaine, that we do have the power to change our outlook on life and events, circumstances, and we can overcome this. And, you know, when you're talking to parents or adults, you know, whether you're a parent or whether you have a niece or a nephew, you're an aunt or an uncle, any adult can, how we behave can actually um, teach our children just by walking the talk, by being a certain way. So this is what you believe in, and this is why you want to educate parents, but also equip them with these tools. Tell us a little bit about some of these tools that you have that you use, Elaine.
Sure. So one of them I use is a coloring slash storybook series called Cell Phone Sir Sugar. So it's a cell phone named Sir Sugar, and sugar stands for the same thing it stands for in my company name, which is saying unforgettable good affirmations regularly. And in the series, the children encounter everyday situations like you would encounter at that age. So there's no superhero or anything like that. It's just, they're just living everyday life. And they have this friend who's their cell phone who actually gives them affirmations to say. So you're going through a challenge, you're facing something, just remind yourself of that positive statement, right? So it's modeling for them how to live life and use affirmations. And it also focuses on other values like teamwork, persistence, being an entrepreneur, being an inventor, all these little different things. But throughout every book, there's an affirmation that the children or the characters draw on. So I made it a coloring storybook also because once the children finish reading the story, then they go back and they color and they stay in the space longer. So they stay with the message longer.
Lovely, lovely. So it really has
Yes,
that impact on the brain and it reinforces and it's really embedded.
that's right.
That's very clever. And there's two things in that, Elaine. Um, the first one is the affirmations that you're doing. Like even if children experience a bad circumstance, and look, we all do because life happens, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So even if they have an experience or a memory of something bad that happened, doing the affirmations and doing them repeatedly can really reinforce the brain and override that bad experience. Isn't that how it works?
It is so powerful. You are exactly right. So basically, you're programming your subconscious.
Mm.
A lot of us, and I know I thought as an adult that your conscious mind was the most powerful. It's actually the opposite. Your subconscious mind is controlling 90% of the things that you do. So that's the reason why you do the affirmations and you're repeating them because it helps with the programming in the brain.
Oh,
That's what it's about.
so clever, so clever. And yes, the subconscious it does all the automatic things, but when we reprogram the brain and we have a new software overriding the old one, because we can always do this, we have the power to do
That's
this.
right.
So, oh my God, you got to do these practices and go to Elaine's website. And what's the name of the website where you have? Because I did
It's
it.
it's kids more sugar. Kids more sugar. Like kids have more sugar because I just think we've underestimated the power of teaching children the power this positive thinking and positive speaking. I
Yeah,
say we teach them to eat vegetables right and drink water
yeah.
and of course get sleep.
Yes.
I think we need to include affirmations. I think we've undersold that. And so I'm coming out with some products called Train Your Brain with Sugar. That's a more literal teaching tool. This is why you use affirmations. This is how you construct an affirmation. So yes, that's coming up.
Brilliant. So that's kidsmoresugar.com. That's where, and it's
Yes.
called free downloads, folks. Free downloads
Yes.
that you can use for your kids. And the second thing, Elaine, what you were saying about this whole, what you're doing with the kids is when you're giving them ideas, entrepreneur skills, and teach them how to come up with new ideas, being creative. Because Elaine, that is something that is missing, in my
Yes.
opinion, in a lot of schools. We teach them facts and figures and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
geography and, we names of towns or whatever. And look, it's all good, but that's all stuff they have to remember. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's on one
Mm-hmm.
side of the brain. We remember, and we do need that, but there's not enough of creativity and coming up with ideas and inventing things, as you say. And
Mm-hmm.
that's really
Mm-hmm.
important. They're part of our survival tools. That's really
Yes.
important. So I love what you're doing and,
Yes.
and coming up with those ideas and empowering children and giving the children the power, because that's what's empowering is when they can do something for themselves and they're starting that at a young age. Oh my God, Elaine,
That's
I love
right.
it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, really absolutely incredible. So Elaine, you have an event coming up called the M.A.P.S event, and we see your lovely banner there behind you. So the M.A.P.S event is coming up in September, the 12th of September to the 18th of September. This is a week-long event.
That's correct.
So this is all around mental health and positivity. Tell us a little bit about the event. Who's
Sure.
speaking? What's it?
Hmm.
Why are you putting on this event? Tell us all that.
Yes. So as I was focused on my children's program during the COVID shutdown, people would ask, you're doing things for children. Are you doing something for adults? Because if you teach the children, but the adults around them don't understand the philosophy, then it's harder for the children to retain it.
Mm.
And I said, you're absolutely right. So this question was in my brain. All right, what am I going to do to make this a family affair?
Oh,
And while I was doing that, there was all this talk on the news about the strain that the shutdown and the pandemic was having on, to your point, every age group, adults and children.
mhm.
And I was at the time socializing on a audio app called Clubhouse. And I was meeting people from all around the world who were running similar programs as I was.
Yeah.
But it was for all different people, some working with women, some men, some children, just wonderful people who were passionate, just like you, who have information for the world, a message for the world. And I was thinking to myself, I don't really need to invent anything else. It's already being done. I think the issue may be that some of these smaller business owners like me, they don't have $50,000, $100,000 budgets. So people don't know about all of the help that's available. So I figured, why don't we come together, offer this information to the world to help the world. And at the same time, it brings attention to all of the help that's available. So marry the two. I told somebody it was like somebody was on one side of the street thirsting for water and somebody on the other side of the street has water. You got to bring the two together. So that's what this 7-day event is about. It's about bringing together hundreds of experts from around the world. This is a global event, having them pour into the public this information that can help them, things of value,
Mhm.
pointing out resources and methodologies that some of us may not be aware of. So this week-long event is hosted by my nonprofit organization, which is M.A.P.S Global Events. And the event this year is called the Mental Wellness and Positivity Experience. So you're going to have everything from relationship coaches, life coaches, all types of holistic
Sleep
practitioners.
coaches.
Yes, that's right. Sleep coaches. You're going to have marriage counselors. You're going to have people who talk about how you get out of abusive relationships, how you de-stress, and the stress in multiple facets. People who can help you de-stress some of the business related stresses, some of the marriage related stresses, parenting, all of these things. Yoga instructors, meditation. Some people, it will be an experience because they may get an opportunity to learn more about something they've never even heard of. I'm not sure everyone's heard of sound healing or energy healing.
Mhm.
So it's an experience in that you can come. It's absolutely free all 7 days. Presentations are going to run from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hours and hours and hours of people that
Wow.
are coming together just to enlighten the public, and it costs you nothing.
That, do you know what, Elaine? I absolutely hats off to you because that must be, and I know you've had a couple of calls with a lot of these speakers as well.
Yes.
So really getting them aligned with what your mission is for this. So really, so it's going to be so much more impactful. And you've got such a variety of speakers, people with experience who can offer help, information, and also tools, which is very important. There's no point in just giving the information unless you're going to do it and
Yes.
apply it. That's really, really important. That's the only way you'll get results. And transform, as they say. And I can hear, you've taken on board coaches, relationship coaches, and marriage
Yes.
counts and stuff, because Elaine, I love that you're doing that and putting that in there as well, because in my field of work, I've heard, I'm coming across a lot of people with relationship problems because, as you say, we all are having strains and
Mm-hmm.
stressors, and that's having an impact on our relationships. And if that's happening in the family unit, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
The kids are going to pick up on that.
Absolutely.
So I love that you're doing that, and the fact that it's free. And I also love that you're bringing the small businesses. You're really gathering the small business, because you're right. Putting on an event like this can be very costly,
Mm-hmm.
and the small businesses have a big voice. They really do, and they've a lot to offer. And there's a lot of great people there.
Yes.
So I
Mm-hmm.
love that you are bringing everybody to get together, because as they say, together is stronger, and we do need to work together as a team and collaborate. I think that's the way the world is going forward, cooperation
Mm-hmm.
and collaboration. And, it really, this will really raise the vibration and really get it out there and have a massive impact. So I really love what you're doing. You do have a team of people behind you as well. Do you want to give a shout out to those people?
Oh, I absolutely do. So by no means am I doing this alone. So I would say we have a group of ladies who meet every single week, every Monday, and they'll just do whatever it is that's on the list to do. So we have Fiona Brennan. I know you know, who's an
Woohoo! Shout out to Fiona.
amazing project manager. We have my co-chair for this event, Soroya Morrison, works tirelessly behind the scenes.
I met
You
Simon.
always see my face, but she trusts me. She's there.
Mhm.
Miata Clark. A lot of our presenters have met her. She does a ton of research, a ton of errands, but she also interviews all of the presenters and introduces them to the group on our Facebook Live sessions. We have Katie Yev, who is a yoga instructor, a coach, but she also does our social media, and that's very important.
Wow.
Helps us get the word out. And then we have Becca Weber, who is just a beautiful spirit. She has no direct role in mental wellness, but she identified with the vision right away, and she does all of our communications.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God. That's a great lineup of people. And yes, Fiona Brennan, I've seen her doing a couple of the Facebook lives and
Yes.
interviewing a few of the speakers and just little snippets to get people excited, little teaser videos. So that's really important as well to give people an
Yes.
idea of what to expect. So that's a great lineup of people. And for
And
them,
I can't forget one person who I know you know. I cannot tell you when you have a vision like this and it's not something that's commonly done.
Mhm.
Some people can think you're crazy,
Yes, yes, I get that. Yeah.
but you can find someone that absolutely gets the vision and is just your biggest supporter. And that is absolutely John Donnelly.
Oh yeah.
100% John Donnelly of Your Holistic Academy. He has such a genuine passion
Yeah.
for spreading mental wellness throughout the world. And, he came in like Superman and he's just been the best support. I told her when this event is over, I want him in my life forever. I'm like, I'm going to have to make up reasons to talk to
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
What,
yeah.
what an incredible human being. What an
He really
incredible
is.
human
He has
being.
so much energy. And of course, John Donnelly is part of the Your Holistic Academy. And many of the speakers that you have on your event
Yes.
are from the Your Holistic Academy. And you also worked with the Outstanding Network. I think you were on that platform as well. And there was
Yes.
somebody else, was it Tracy Saminsky? She was,
Yeah, Tracy Smolinski, she is the person who is running IntroBiz, which is a global networking organization. So
I'm
she
part of
is
that event.
masterful at connecting people around the world.
She
So
is.
they have been a fantastic event partner.
Mm.
And somebody I met just recently that's made a tremendous difference, Jackie Simmons. She works with the teen suicide prevention show. And I actually did her presentation for her program yesterday. That is such an important area of focus. And she is focused on prevention, not reacting when, we find that someone is having thoughts of suicide. Her thing is, let's be in front of this. Let's do the coaching so we prevent this. And
Yeah.
I love that. But she has added a tremendous amount to this event with her experience. It's been wonderful.
Wow, and that's such important work as well, and it can be quite challenging too.
Hmm.
And it's really, I think this kind of work, Elaine, you really have got to. It's like a vocation almost, I mean, you've got to really just be in there and just be dedicated and have a love and a compassion, and coming from that space, that heart space, nothing else matters except these kids. I really, really get that, the work that she is doing. So hats off to Jackie,
Yes.
and long may it continue and grow and grow. So we are coming near the end, Elaine. I just have some notes here. I just want to make sure that I have got everything in.
Sure.
So you do have an Empower Team Self-Esteem podcast as well. So I just want to give a shout out to
Yes.
that.
And you have been a wonderful guest on that
Yes.
show, shared a lot of enlightening information.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got two YouTube channels. So you've got the Kids More Sugar YouTube channel and then the Empower Team Self-Esteem podcast. So you're
Yes.
you're doing you've a lot of content that you're getting out there, and then your website that you have with the free downloads, kidsmoresugar.com. We're going to
Yes.
put all these links into the show notes below as well. So Elaine, you're up to a lot. There's a lot that you have going on as well. And I have a quote here. We teach what we most want to learn. And, I can see that in you, Elaine, and all the team behind you as well. You're teaching what you most want to learn. And you know what? We're always learning and growing. And in serving other people and helping other people, this is how we learn. This is how we
Mm-hmm.
get back in different kind of ways. And I'm not talking monetary, I'm talking about the love and the compassion and that type of energy. And I think that's the way forward, Elaine, when we come from a place of helping other people, because I think, as human beings, when we go back to the caveman era, this is what life was all about, helping
Mm-hmm.
other people, because together we're stronger. It's like my one of my coaches, Sammy Blendell from the Ripple Fest Quest. I attend that every month, and I spoke on that there a couple of months ago. But she talks about the one drop and the one drop in the ocean. And, together we are the ocean,
Yes.
and each individually we are one drop. And I just love that. And it's just so empowering and so much powerful when we come together, collaborate, work together. There's no competition. Like, the money will come. I know a lot of people are worried about money, but money comes when you're doing this work. It
Mm-hmm.
follows. And sometimes somebody actually said to me last week, money can lead us. If we have a gift, it's like we are compelled to do this work.
Mm-hmm.
And, this is what fulfills us. And
Yes.
Elaine, there's one question that I want to ask you, and I finish on asking people this question. So if tomorrow, Elaine, was your last day, what would you like to leave behind you, like your legacy? If it was the very last day on the planet, and you're working towards something, what is your legacy that you want to leave behind?
My legacy I want to leave behind is something that can help those I'm leaving behind fulfill their legacy.
Oh, yes, that is so powerful, because each and every one of us has a purpose to fulfill, and it generally, it involves helping other people. Um, but we're all individuals, and we all have gifts in different areas, and we can relate to people differently, and we have to use our strengths. It's
That's
the
right.
strengths that we need to use to connect with people, and take the best out of everybody, so that they can show up healthy and happy, and they're like, oh my God, it is so. Elaine, this has been an absolute pleasure. Where can people go to register for this free event?
Yes, this is M.A.P.S Global Events.com. You get a free membership there. You get access to all of the activities that are taking place that week. Unlimited access.
Okay, brilliant. So that's the 12th to the
18.
18th, the 12th to the 18th of September, a whole week. And give us the times again, Elaine.
5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, fantastic. So people, everyone listening here, or if you're watching the video, do go and register for this incredible event. And I believe you're going to be doing this annually, Elaine, as well.
Yes, this is the first one. We're going to do it every year.
Wow. Oh my God, this is fantastic. Okay, so you've got a great lineup of speakers. You've got special guests. We actually never mentioned the special guests. Do you want to give a quick mention of the special guests you have?
Sure. So we have an opening ceremony concert. We're going to open with some unifying music on September 12th. And our star is going to be Justin Guarini. He is
Wow.
American Idol and Broadway star. He has been a great supporter of this event. We also have our concert kicking off with Sharon Leah. And Sharon Leah is the leader of a rock band who supports wonderful causes. So I
Wow.
am honored to have her start and have Justin in. And then we have a bunch of other wonderful guests.
Oh my goodness, Elaine, that sounds incredible. Oh, a pop star.
Yes.
Fantastic. Wow. Uh,
He's
what's the idol? What was the
American Idol.
American Idol? Yes. Oh my God. I haven't watched that in a while. Yeah. American Idol. Wow. Oh my God. That must have taken a lot to get Justin on board.
Yes, he's
But
very
yeah.
supportive of this event.
Yeah, well, this event that you have on is very powerful, and I'm not surprised that he's part of this event as well. So, Elaine, is there anything that we've forgotten to say that we should say, or did we cover everything?
Yeah, I would just say, just know that this week offers a variety of things. So in addition to presentations, there's a global networking. So just know that Monday through Friday for 90 minutes each day, you're going to have a chance to actually talk, interact with people from all around the world. A lot of us are longing for that connectivity. On that Saturday, the 18th, most of our presentations during the week are going to be aimed at adults, but on Saturday, we are actually going to have activities fun activities for children. We have activities for teenagers. So that will be our way. We're going to directly interact and have programs for children. The Thursday of the event, we're kicking off a 30-day challenge. That's going to allow people to connect from all over the world and complete 3 activities every day for 30 days. We do these activities together. Give yourself a hug. Do something
Oh, Elaine
kind
has,
for someone else and do a 5-minute body stretch. We can all do that, right? So the more of us who join this challenge, the more of us who complete our activities, there's a way that they measure our progress. And that's going to correspond with our sponsor providing the funding for clean water for children in Africa. That's the group that we
oh,
elected to support.
oh, wow, Elaine, that is incredible. Wow. So it's, yeah, I can really see how you've made this event different. You've got stuff dedicated for children, for the teenagers and the
Yes.
parents, and then the activities. And then this is the charity involved as well, for
Yes.
clean water. Oh my God. I mean, I remember watching a video of kids in Africa, and they had the clean water. It was the first time they've ever seen the clean water coming out of this filter or whatever. And they were like,
hmm
oh my God, like stuff that we take for granted, Elaine. I
Yes.
mean, come
Yes.
on. Oh my God, absolutely. So Elaine, we're going to wrap up. So so give us the website again where people can register for the event.
Sure. It's M.A.P.S, M-A-P.S, M.A.P.S Global Events.com.
Okay, fantastic. And we're going to put all those links in the show notes, the Facebook group, because there is a Facebook group for this M.A.P.S event as well.
Yes.
And so we're going to put all your YouTube channels. We're going to put everything into the show notes below so people can register. So do register for this event. Imagine being able to have access to these experts free of charge, folks. You can
Yes.
ask personal questions and you can get it answered live on these calls. So do make sure, please do make sure you register. And are any of these on a replay, Elaine, or is it just all live?
It's all live. And then once the event is over, we'll have it on our YouTube channel.
Okay, but it's best to be on live because that's where you get your
Yes.
questions answered. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So be on live, help Elaine and her team, help support them in this fantastic event. And you know what? We all have to step up and do a little bit to create a change in this world that is going to have a massive impact. And that can be something small, something small. Imagine if we all did something small together. So learn and educate yourself, get empowered, step up, show up for life, for you, for your family and your children. Register for this event, get involved, ask the questions. And you know what? I am so excited, Elaine. I am so excited.
I am too.
Oh my God. Okay. So listen, we'll leave it at that, Elaine. God bless you and take care. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you on the event. I might see you before then, but we'll get in touch again, and I will definitely see you. And I'm speaking on the 15th. So that's the day that I'm speaking, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. So take care, Elaine. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Now, if you liked this episode, tell me your best bits, tell me your best takeaways, and of course, tell me what you would like me to do in an upcoming episode. I'd really love that. And remember, your sleep success is the secret of your success. Until the next time, thank you. Bye-bye.
My free gift to you is my ebook, Improve Your Sleep, Improve Your Health. If you are serious about your health, you need good quality sleep. Dr. William Demond says, you're not healthy unless your sleep is healthy. And for many of us, lack of sleep can cause us to be grumpy and not work at our best. But did you know that sleep deprivation can also have profound consequences on your physical and your mental health? In this ebook, you will discover why sleep is so important and how sleep benefits us. You'll also discover the mineral and vitamin deficiencies that's caused from stress, which we actually need to help us have a good night's sleep. You'll find out how sleep works, and also circumstances or other illnesses that may interrupt your good quality of sleep during the nighttime, and some sleep hygiene practices that will get you sleeping well tonight.
So the link to download this free ebook is a bit.ly link. It's bit.ly/free-sleep-ebook. And I'll put that link in the show notes below. So go there now and download your book and start sleeping well tonight. Thank you for joining us on the Empowering Family Health podcast. If you liked what you heard and you want to hear more, please subscribe to the upcoming casts. And remember to share with your friends so that they too can be empowered.